Roof out. Lofted one to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Shea Fields.
The Buffaloes have not won 4 games in a row since 2002. They have been 8-2 overall in the season, 6-1 in conference play since 2001. But they are now after a 49-24 victory over Arizona here in Tucson. Hi, welcome to the Stampede. I'm Mark Johnson along with Gary Barnett. Well, the Buffs got one. It wasn't easy, but they got one here tonight.
No, and Mark, winning 4 in a row, trust me, been there. In fact, I had that 4 in a row.
That's right. You had 5 in a row.
5 in a row. That's hard to do. You know, it's really hard to do. And so this team and these coaches have accomplished so much. And, just getting here and understanding what they've gone through and the hills they've had to climb. And maybe they're not at the top of the highest hill yet, but man, they are out of a hole, and it's so bright, and I'm so happy for these guys.
Well, Gary, you look at this victory, and there are things you can pick apart in it, but on this Saturday, when 2, 3, 4, and 8 went down, it goes to show you how delicate these things are and how volatile college football can be. So even though it might not have been a thing of beauty, it's a win when a lot of teams are losing in a tough Saturday.
Clemson loses to Pitt.
That's right. Yeah.
Michigan loses to Iowa. So, I mean, let's take a win over Arizona and be happy with the doggone thing, and a convincing win.
That's right.
And let's let the coaches do the picking apart, and let's just applaud these guys. That's the way I feel about it.
Well, good stuff, no doubt about it. But as we look at this, Colorado did get gashed in this ballgame. They have been very good against the run, and Arizona comes out here, runs for over 250 yards in the ground against Colorado. That's something certainly they got to shore up before these last 2 ballgames.
It is, and sometimes you don't get your A game. It doesn't get on the bus with you. Mm-hmm. And the circumstances in a stadium that wasn't even half full, in a stadium playing a team that's lost 6, you don't necessarily always get your best game against that. And these are young kids. This isn't like a veteran experienced group of men, and so this sort of stuff does happen. And you don't want to excuse it away, but you do want to understand it.
We've been talking special teams here the last few weeks. There have been some issues out there. I thought there was a kick that went out of bounds by Chris Graham late in the ballgame, but overall, you had Davis Price back out there. He was making PATs in this ball game. Kickoffs were generally pretty good. Coverage was good. Returns. That area's been shored up here as of late.
Well, this is a game where no one can pick apart anything in the special teams. They did a really good job. Who knows whether their pressures caused them to miss 3 field goals, but let's take credit for that. What do you think?
Why not?
Let's don't blame them. Let's take credit for it. So let's make it a complete wipe, yes, for special teams. But no, they were a positive in this game, and that hasn't always been true. But that's a big win on the road. You got to give him credit.
Yeah, don't take it away from him. Philip Lindsay has become a guy the last couple of weeks. He had 11 receptions a week ago. He had 119 yards rushing in this ball game with the victory over Arizona. 3 touchdowns, by the way, as well. He's become just a workhorse for this team offensively.
Well, yeah, he didn't come out of the game. And we heard him in the interview. He was most critical of himself. He missed a couple blocks, which we had talked about. He missed the blitz pickup. But if they all have that attitude, if they all can't wait to get in and fix whatever it is they weren't really good at doing, then the next game and the next 2 games become really huge opportunities for these guys that they control their own destiny now. And
they really
but
do.
they need that humbleness and that hunger to get it done.
We talk about the home stretch of this one now. Washington State next week. There's rumors that game day may show up. We'll see if that happens in Boulder. And then they've got Utah, of course, after that. A couple of ranked teams coming in. But the good news is both the Cougars and the Utes have got to come through Folsom Field.
They've got to come there. And, we're as good as either one of those teams, and they're as good as we are. So whoever brings their game, whoever's hungry enough, and whoever's humble enough, and will be humble enough to prepare and give both these teams total respect, that's the team's going to win.
Yep, good stuff for the Colorado Buffaloes. It has been a long time. In fact, 2001. This guy, of course, was coaching that squad when they won the Big 12 championship. Since the Buffs have been 8-2 overall, 6-1 in conference play. But they did it with a 49-24 win over the Arizona Wildcats here in Tucson. And now it's Washington State. As we stand here tonight, we still don't have a game time of that one. Rumors it might be a late game on Saturday, but nonetheless, big ball game next Saturday at Folsom Field as the Buffs and the Cougars will go at it. And there's a lot on the line now in the Pac-12 Conference. For Gary Barnett, I'm Mark Johnson. Stay with us here at the Stampede. Offensive lineman Shane Callahan's going to join us when we return.